Hello? 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 Testing? Testing? Mic check. Mic check. Oi! Oh shit. Let's see. I haven't played in so long.
time to select a stage.
Training room.
Gotta consider matchup knowledge here when picking your character.
Cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Through a lifetime of strife and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. Live forever, that's my legacy.
All right, I'm ready.
Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on, it's on. I'm charging like a bull when it's on, it's on.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A-game to the table. The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. Gets a read on the opponent. Player 2 with the life lead. Goes for the fireball. Dangerous range here. If you're careless, any move with long recovery can get jumped in on for good damage. Player 2 chases him down. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is skits. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Gets the jump in. Crunchy tiger knee. Very slick with the combo. Goes low with the tiger. Springs forward with the drive rush. Drive impact could be the end of this. Goes for the quick and winded. Burnout changes the game. Player 2 max damage with a full charge uppercut. Knockdown and... Player 1 needs to get the win by sustaining good corner pressure and not giving them any breathing room. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Drive boosted Hado. Last chance, it's now or never. They exchange blows. Nice Tiger Nova. More fuel on the fire. Cook 'em up. Looking like something out of a nature documentary. This next one's gonna be vicious. Tiger Vanquisher. Let's drop that off. Oh, just do it! They push their way out of the point. Both sides getting ready. Player 2 blinks it. Noticeable life gain is a comeback, pops off the tank, and scores the win.
Yeah.
Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Round 1.
It is not over. They want that run back. How is it going to unfold? That punish counter creates a chance for some juicy damage here. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they build on this? Very solid corner switch. And goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. That was a bad choice. A nice chunky combo. Can they keep up the assault? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. What a finish. Great life gauge awareness there. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Medium kick. All right, who's gonna swing first? Spin some meter to add super damage to the combo. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they build on this? They got the meter for a drive impact. That corner's gonna make it hard to get away. Hospice and burnout trigger. Going in? Player 1 opts for the critical art. Just shreds him with the critical art. Such a smart play to go for that in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. Needs to find a chance to seal this. Links it. Oh, what a rush. Shiny Tiger Nova. One player is in burnout state. Is it time to end this? Denies the jump-in attempt. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Open with a pitch to drive. This can lead to some big damage. Zoning with the low tiger shot. Medium kick into... Scuffle. What are they going Everybody and they mama heard about that fight. Let them know how you feel.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Going on the offensive? Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. They trade. Goes for the drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Heading into the end game now. It's the gets. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Projectile to try to change the situation. That's big, juicy damage on a counter. Max damage with a full charge uppercut. Knockdown and add some and flair with the super. He's got the leader for a drive attack. A quick breather. Player 1 will look for flaw. They got them so quick. We're going into the round tie up. Which fighter
Yo,
has
what up,
it in
hub?
them to grind out the win?
Hey, how's the audio? I'm static. Coming in.
Eats it. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Blink. Tiger to the sternum. Zone for fireball. Gotta be careful with range. Player 2 can't use drive anymore. Oh, here we go. Player 1 reads the jump in perfectly. Dang. More fuel the fire. Cook them up. Yo, are they actually done? Just gets there. Perfection. Player 2 was the only one left standing after that. That's what I like to see.
Round one.
It is not over. They want that run back. How is it going to unfold? That punish counter creates a chance for some juicy damage here. Player 2 can work with this lead. Very solid
How's
corner
it
switch.
looking visually though?
Taking stock.
It's okay.
Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Decent return on that combo.
I think so.
All
There
right,
should be a
what's
button now
coming
to
next?
reset the audio.
Neither of them willing to give up ground here.
On Meld, so.
Somehow pushes back all the way to center
Hopefully
stage
it's good.
and the super activation. You
So I
can't
think I have to
forget this
reset
super
it before I
for
start the
extra
stream.
damage.
Like
They've
when I
got the
started
meter
new
for
one,
a
like,
drive attack. Player 1 must be
Meld
feeling
has
good
it.
after that super, but they have to keep at it.
Or,
Almost
like,
no
I'm just
drive
testing
bait.
it. I'm letting
This
the
round looks like
CPU
it's there.
Nice.
Player 2 draws first blood and it's
Boy.
on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
I'm getting it ready. 'Cause tomorrow we're gonna run a
Aims for the
multi-stream.
ankle. This round is
Ghost
so
of Yote.
important. You can feel the intensity in the air.
It released already.
Swings forward with the drive.
trying not to.
Player 1 is holding on to that
Trying
corner.
to balance myself, with
Scrapping
the
it out up close.
personally.
Player 1 spins the meter on the super art. Sides to spin their gauge on the level 2
Limited
super
myself
art.
for the
Shin
games and
Hashogeki.
to the weekend so that I
Throws
can.
them. What are they doing? Medium kick hit. Links it. Burn out, but they might have a plan. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe.
I'm gonna have to monitor.
Here
it.
comes
It's
the
like,
corner
I
pressure.
think it did that. Like, it wasn't like that
Perfect
early.
read with the anti-air. Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Target combo in 2. Throws him big.
How you been, Hub? How you been? I noticed that you've been streaming We're streaming in later hours too.
Uses their draw game.
Notice that. Seen the notice.
Plenty of health, full gauges. Let's see the throw connect.
Sorry I can't make it, man.
Player 2 can't let
I
this
get home
simmer.
so
They
late.
gotta start cooking. What a drive rush.
I'm normally journaling at this time,
That's the blink.
so like probably 3 o'clock.
Oh, what a rush. Putting the cherry on top.
But since I have this
Looking
stream
like
tomorrow,
something
kind
out
of
of a
want to
nature
test things out.
documentary. This next
And
one's
download
gotta
the
be
game.
big. Tiger
But it is
Vanquisher. Knocked him out of the air. Answers with a fireball. They're taking this one to let the shot pays off. Player 2 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. It happens, man. It happens. All right. Let me know. Who do you want to see? Who do you want to see? Who do you want to see?
Possible character switch up
Max
here.
level.
Also
Who do you
a
wanna
good time to
see?
think things over.
What characters?
It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall,
Oh, I heard
boy.
it.
Give
There was
it
a
my
static
all,
again.
boy. Got me feeling like I can fight 'em all, boy. The time has come, the bell is rung. No weekend.
Familiar with the characters?
Then I'm a star, boy. My blood, sweat, and tears.
We got Luke,
I'm saying I'm one of
Jamie, Drunken Master, Manon, she's like a ballerina dancer fighter. Kimberly, she's the ninja. Marissa, she's the gladiator. Lily, she's the Native American in the game. Cammy, she's classic. DJ's classic as well. Jury, she's like the I can fix her. JP, that's DJ? We'll do DJ. Let's do a DJ. Alright, who do you want him to fight? Who do you want him to fight? We got the classic Gaio, Blanca, Honda, Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Honda? Alright.
I'm ready for you.
Our fighters have chosen their characters. This battle is just seconds away.
I'm wondering if that static thing of the audio has to do with it.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on, it's on. I'm charging like a bull when it's on, it's on.
All right, both players are ready to go. Time to get hype and make some noise.
I'm number 1. Round 1. Fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. They're at risk of dangerous pressure. Gotta avoid this corner. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Oh, what a move. Easy tech. This is a tough spot. Talk about a clean slate.
Perfect
It's
KO
a
on
perfect
TPUs?
KO.
That's crazy.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage. Good old slap. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Launches him.
Yeah, 100. I could never know what to
Big
do when
man's
I play
coming for
against
you.
him.
Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Going in.
Another perfect KO.
They got the leader for a driving pass. Oh, what's this?
never mind.
What's gonna happen? Dashes forward.
Spoke juicy.
The rapid fire fist sends him up. Knockdown. Going on the offensive. Barely blocks the jump in. The throw connects. A quick breather. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to forward rush. That was a brutal cross-up. Player 2 gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column.
Round 1.
It is not over. They want that run back. How's it going to unfold? Was looking for that jump attack. Oh, the command grab
Oh, yeah.
doesn't make it.
That's the crazy thing about the
Lights out
Street
of the
Fighter
corner,
6.
they're not able to relax just
Street
yet.
Fighter 6
The throw hits.
is like
Now
that,
it's time
that,
for
that
some
logic. Like, oh, you're
At this range,
DJ's
many
really
attacks
good
connect
you wanna use
if you
them.
stick something
That's the
out.
same thing with all these
Neutral game
characters.
is so important.
Because before back then, it
Besides,
was like,
spin
yeah, this
the meter
character's
to
not
open up
good,
some
so
more
we can
chances.
use it. Like, there
All right,
was
what's
meta
coming
before
next?
for like,
Right lead opens up.
it was like, you don't use Honda.
That attack landed for a counter hit.
Two Street
They'll
Fighter
have to
3.
decide how to burn out
You don't
trigger.
use them in Street Fighter
Play
4.
in the super
Good.
activator. You can't forget the super
Other
for
characters.
extra damage.
Nuts. So that's how
Knockdown
far
and
they've gone.
scoops for the win.
Because this game, so like
Player one picks up the
Street
first
Fighter in
round.
tournaments,
That'll give him a
like
psychological
the championships
advantage.
and then the characters that we're using have always been around the same characters, like usually. And this one is
Alright, who's gonna swing first?
like the character that
Keeping them
won
away.
the championship. Zangief won the
Both on the
championship.
offensive.
Ryu's won the
Something new.
championship.
Goes for the
Ken
fireball.
won the first one.
Drives impact, experiencing burnout.
Blanca
Big
won
man's
the
coming for you.
championship.
Oito throw. You can't let
Like,
them
it's
too much.
nuts. It's a good variety, which is good.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight. Round. Fight.
They exchange blows. They trade hits. Slaps. Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. That's what the super art to show what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Oh, this super art can change the makeup of this match. Time to test the reactions with impact forward rush. Links it. Player two has the super gauge
Ooh,
advantage.
the dodge.
They're in range. We're going to see a jump in. Can you believe it? Putting it all on the line. Any mistake here is made or done. Player two clinches the win, but that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Fucking announcers at the foot. That's funny.
Back to the character select screen. Must have something playing.
Earn my stripes, cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young.
Let's do a classic.
Call me crazy, but you is not my
I'll show you the power of my punch.
Feeling struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever.
Yo, ready? You
Sounds
ready?
good, man. Sounds good.
Then get
I might
the
not
gate
be
up.
on.
We're going
This is just a test. I'm running it for a bit. I'm trying to see if I've run into any problems. So, I mean, if I'm not on, it's because I did pop out.
Charging like a bull when it's on, it's on.
Both fighters are ready to get started. I can't wait to see what kind of
Appreciate
tricks
that,
they
man.
have up their sleeves.
No mercy for you.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round. Blocks the jump in. The combo's there. Knockdown. Goes for the fireball. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Solid combo. All right, what's coming next? Player one maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. Next hit will end the round. Hits it. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
There's an overdrive arc. How will it's happened up until now? Dash. Side switch out of the corner. Spinning bird kick. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Reaches out with the lightning kick. Player one is holding on to that corner
I
advantage.
know Chun-Li can do that.
KO. Player one took no time to finish that fight.
Round one.
Oh, we're gonna run it back now? This thing ain't over yet. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damage. Just like
No.
down. Backs him into the corner. Gets a read on the opponent.
This is a test stream. It's not an actual
Boxing with the target
stream.
combo. Takes a trip. They
I
trade.
appreciate it though.
Reads the overhead
Should have
wheel
gone
and
to
blocks.
someone else. That's funny. Thank you, God. Thank
Goes
you.
for a
Appreciate
projectile
it.
to try
I'm
and
testing
change the
it, though,
pace.
'cause I'm
Taking
gonna
stock.
come tomorrow.
Dash. Drive rush to keep it going.
Crazy.
Avoids getting stuck in the burnout
Too bad
trip.
it's dropping.
What a finish. Great life gauge awareness there. Player one
funny.
on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two.
I'm just watching computers fight. Max, that's the hardest
Bird
thing.
Sticks the combo. Spins some meter here, investing in the round. Blitzes them with the Hodoku Sen. They're not here to play. Player one is holding on to that corner advantage.
I guess
Untouchable. Completely overwhelmed.
Chun-Li.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all your
Night,
chances.
night, night. Gracias, gracias.
Possible character switch up here. Also a good time to think things over.
I will break your spirit. Are you worthy of death?
Yo, ready? You ready? Then get the gate up. We're going in.
When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
Right here, right now, we're in for something special.
Interesting. This sucks. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Nothing but air for the impact. Backs him into a corner. You're still in the early going, and it's really being inspired. Player 2 is mixing it up and has him shaking in the corner. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important. Strings it all together. Goes for the drive rush there. Life lead opens up. And the super activates. You can't forget the super for extra damage. He just went for it with that super. He comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum? Gotta make sure. What's this? Takes the hit and keeps on trucking. Dashes up. That corner's gonna make it hard to get away. Alright, let's see the damage here. Jumps in, charges forward. Going in? He's got the meter for a drive impact. Springs forward with the drive rush. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Jumps, tags him and takes the W. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. This is getting serious. We got a vortex, a never-ending series of matches between players. You can use a drive rush like that to keep control of the pressure. Down. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Spices things up by adding the super art to the combo. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Okay, they trade hits. Light ends with the projectile. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
They're laying into each other. Brushes that off and keeps going. The attack is parried. Rise of the Shadow. The spacing is so on point right now. Any mistake here will be big. Put some distance between them. Doesn't want to engage. Knockdown and tries to do something new and goes for the fireball. Drive rush to keep it going. Picks up, knocked him out of the air. Don Juado blinks it. Looking winded, burnout changes the game. Barely had no cookout complete without Imperium's in. Knocks off the tank and scores the win. Player 2 gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Projectile to try to change the situation. Still slugging it out here. Big counter. Solid combo. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape. Player 1 maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. Got their eye on the air, taking stock. Throws to get around their defense. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Hits! Player 1 draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round 2. Fight.
Devil's reverse. They both both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. That corner's gonna make it hard to get away. Gets the jump in. Dash. Punches that off and keeps going. Adds the damage and flair with the super. There's the unlimited Psycho Crusher. It's like a psycho-powered freight train. Psycho Crusher. Amazing. Life lead here, but it's KO. Player one gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column.
Bison is the better.
Possible character switch up here. Also a good time to think things over.
Earn my stripes 'cause you know I'm do what die with this. Journey started young, super hard hit.
Time for a real fight.
But you was not my psychiatrist. For a lifetime of strife and
Smart choice.
Be the best at
Our fighters have chosen their characters. This battle is just seconds away.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on its own. I'm charging like a bull when it's on its own.
These two have more beef than a barbecue in Texas. Let's see them duke it out.
Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round. Gets a read on the opponent. They're at risk of dangerous pressure. Gotta avoid this corner. Player
Bro,
two
shit that
is
you
mixing
see
it up
the
and has
viewers
them
do
shaking in the
sometimes,
corner.
they're like, what
Checks
the
them with the
fuck, that's
projectile.
I gotta watch that.
Absorb. Hold your breath.
Not so fast.
Solid combo. All right, what's coming next? We're near the end of the round. I want to see someone shoot their shot. Come on. Oh. Picture perfect punish counter. In a dire situation, spices things up by adding the super art to the combo, taking stock. This range is where it gets interesting. You gotta utilize the reach of your moves to bait out and attack. Both players all out of drop. Snatches victory from the jaws of defeat. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Keeping them away. Connects with the medium kick. Spins the meter on the super art. Uses the gauge for the super art. They want to show they're not playing around.
Bet that hurt.
Using a super art can open up huge chances for you. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner hit. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Play throws them. Connects with the medium kick. Life lead here. Hits the drive. That corner position could be KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Sticks out a kick. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Medium kick hits. Player one goes fishing and lands the counter. Getting up close, perfect read with the anti-air. Time to test the reactions with Impact Peekaboo. Overhead.
How's this?
A real test of nerves burns out. They're backed into the corner
I thought it was gonna be the number three.
Denies the jump-in attempt.
Terry.
When we talk about being clutch,
That was a good
that
fight.
was clutch.
Round one.
It is not over. They want that run back. How's it going to unfold? Smart move to stay on guard. Projectile to try to change the situation. We're still early in the round. Knockdown.
All right, right after
On
this
dangerous
set,
turf.
well,
Easy to get tagged at
probably
this
gonna
rate.
post out to someone.
Carries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up?
Probably
And
start looking.
uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Reads their mind and heads to throw. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Takes a trip. Burnout is triggered. With the life gap opening up, they need to utilize drive. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Rolls in. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Passes with the rising tackle. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Fires a power wave. Still very early in the round. Flashes. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Yo, that combo was godlike. Was that in the tutorial? This is the ideal range to utilize that fireball game. Will we see a drive impact going in? The throw connects. Are we going to see a comeback here? Spins the meter on the super art. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Look at that. Bringing the good stuff to the party. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Open with clutch, anti-air. Throws him. Big throw. Knocked him out of the air. Next the counter. Player one has the super gauge advantage. What a smart throw. Okay, here we go. Tesla watch, hold it down. Perfect read with the anti-air. Both absolutely reads the throw and escapes. Backs off. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Down and out. When we talk about being clutch, that was clutch.
Alright, y'all. We're gonna send it. We're gonna send it to the homie Frank. He is still streaming. I don't know why it does that shit. But we're just sending it.